Hey everybody, it's Cody Erickson here from Edmonton Kubota. We're down here on the Pembina River doing a little bit of a ride and drive with some of our RTVs that Kubota produces. So today what we have the RTV-XG850, which is a new product for us in the last couple seasons. We've taken it out on a few rips this year in the mountains and it's done very well, so we're going to test it out here and get some good video footage for you all. We also have a RTV520, so this is a new enhanced model of our previous version, the RTV520. I apologize for the movements, guys. I got wasps all over me here, so I'll be swatting a little bit. And then over here we also have the RTV-X900, which is our diesel version, so just a basic version. Now these ones aren't necessarily made for this kind of rugged terrain that we're going over, but we thought we'd see and test them out and just see how they do. So so far so good. We little bit smoother ride on this model than the 520. The 900 I'm going to drive later, and that's actually got four-wheel independent suspension as well. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and follow us for more action. Okay everybody, like I said in the intro, we have our RTV-XG850 here. This product's been out for about 3 years now. It's been pretty popular, especially this year. We're virtually sold out, but they're a little bit tougher to get now. But this one is actually one that we've had at our good friend Gord Bamford's. He's been using this for the last 7 months at his house, so if you actually do buy this one, that's the one that he used. So anyway, so this one, little faster unit. This fits into the medium duty category. It's still not a sport utility vehicle, but it is a medium duty. So it does go faster. That's why you have to have the doors on here. This one is a 64K transmission. It's a belt and clutch assembly. A little different than our other versions, which are strictly a hydrostatic transmission. These feature a 2-range standard transmission. It's not shift on the go, but high you're 64, like I said. Low I think you're about 30k an hour. Also 4-wheel drive, diff lock. It's got a LCD display on it. Will tell you the hours, your RPM, your kilometers, and so forth. Also tell you any warnings if something's happening that shouldn't be happening, overheating or getting hot, whatever. So comes standard with lights, every model. Also tilt steering. If you want to move in here a little bit, so unplug the seat belt. The one thing with these, you do have to have your seatbelt on or plugged in for it to go over, I think it's 10K or 15K. So you have storage underneath here on both sides of the machine. So just, tools, books, whatever you want to put under there. Beverages. You also have a diff lock. You can actually lock that in just by pulling this knob up. The diff lock is a heel push on the bottom there. And there's your 4-wheel drive if you can get the camera on that. So everything's nice and easily accessible. Park brakes right here. This one is electric power steering, so maybe if you're weaker arms or whatever, maybe you have some difficulty steering a standard steering wheel with a power assist. It's really simple to use. It's just like hydraulic power steering. This one we have a winch on it. This is a wire winch or cable winch. It's getting a lot more common now. We'll sell a lot of guys the synthetic rope winch, which works great, and then you don't get those barbs on there, which can cause a real mess in your fingers if you get caught up. So underneath the hood here, we just have the radiator, your power steering fluid, pretty basic stuff. So out front, they come standard with 2 lights, and then you can actually add additional lighting to the front. Standard brush guard on this model too. So we want to move over this side here. So we have a dump box. Oh, that side's open. So these you can get a electric over hydraulic lift mechanism, so you can dump it from the seat. Otherwise it's super simple to lift up, and it'll stay there too. So if you want to get a good close-up of the engine here, This one does have four-wheel independent suspension, so the ride is extremely smooth, which you can probably tell from some of the GoPro shots we just took. And then also, we tend to order all of ours in with Line X box spray. On the back end, I come over here. Box tilts down just like a truck. I can't sit on there now because I have it unlocked. As you can see, it's really easy to push down. But you can put the full weight of a person, 200-pound person on there, no problem. So maybe even more if you're lucky. So also, I didn't talk about the engine at all, but it's got a 850cc Kubota gasoline engine in there, capable of 50 horsepower. So lots of power, lots of jam. Once you drive one of these things, you'll actually be quite impressed, because I certainly was. So like other manufacturers, we can get a ton of accessories for these: windshields, canopies, full cabs, heater, windshield wipers, radios. It's really endless. If we don't have it at our store, or Kubota doesn't manufacture it, there's also other companies out there like Orange Aftermarket in California that make a ton of accessories for these machines. Bigger tires, fancier rims. These ones do have the alloy rims on them, but some guys like to put on bigger tires, deeper lug tires, especially if you're doing any bush riding. It's really helpful. So anyway, we're gonna move on to another machine here, and hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, so we're here with the RTV520. Like I said, this is a new product for us this year. They revamped it, made it a little, enhanced the styling a little bit, so it's a little more sleeker design. Plus a change of transmission that was one of the weak points in it. Not that it would fail, just a little bit weak for climbing and stuff like that. So not that this is made for climbing. This is more suitable for farms, acreages, golf courses, just where you need a vehicle just to get around. In tight areas, can carry some product in the back. So the 520, it's 520cc. That's kind of what the numbers mean if you haven't caught on to that yet. This one is a 40K transmission. It's fully hydrostatic, four-wheel drive, front independent suspension, rear static suspension. So there's not much play in the back, so if you're going out in the rocks like we are today, it's a little bit bumpier for sure. 17 horsepower Kubota gas engine in this machine. 2-range hydrostatic. Again, I think I said four-wheel drive already. Also a diff lock on it as well. You do have some storage like our other models. This is strictly a bench seat, so especially for people that say maybe have some leg issues or back issues, it's really easy to get in and out of this. So that's kind of the really nice feature. That's why we get a lot of people that buy these machines just for that feature alone. All our machines have a full ROPS protection on them. Obviously, Kubota's pretty concerned about safety. We don't want anyone getting hurt. This one just has lap belts on it, opposed to our shoulder belt on the XG850. So this one also features the excuse me, the ATV tires. So you can get a few different tire options, which I didn't talk about before, but from Kubota you can get the ATV tires, turf tires, or a heavy-duty all-purpose tire, which if you're on a job site, for example, a lot of concrete, a lot of pavement, you definitely want to go with the HD tires because they're just going to last a lot longer. For general use, these are probably the best just because they clean out better, clean the mud out a little bit better. So we'll just lift the hood here. We'll have a gander underneath. So something else I didn't talk about on the 850 is these boxes can actually come out very easily. So there's 2 bolts. If you have to do any major servicing to this machine, 2 bolts and this box comes right out. Whether you want to maybe go get it sprayed or maybe you have a repair to do, again, it's just super simple to do. All your checkpoints are right here. They're easily accessible. It's kind of hot right now, so I don't want to stick my hands in there, but it's very easy to work on. So again, like our other machines, lots of accessories, cab options, heat, tire options. There's more and more coming out all the time. With this being a newer model, again, if you go to Orange Aftermarket, they have a lot of stuff. Okay, so now we're in front of our RTV-X900. X900, X1100, we've had the 900 since I think 2005 or 2006 when they first came out. So they've been around a long time and we've sold a ton of these machines. They're an absolute workhorse. So this features a 21.5 horsepower Kubota diesel engine, liquid cooled, hydraulic power steering. It's a hydrostatic transmission. So with the hydrostatic transmission, we're also able to have a true hydraulic dump on this. This one is the general purpose model, so it doesn't have the hydraulic dump on it. So I can't really show you that, but I have had stories of customers. I'll give you a couple examples. A farmer, actually not too far away from Drayton Valley where we're located right now, would put round bales in the back of his RTV to feed his cattle. So we put the round bale in, drive out to the pasture, and then feed his cattle. Because the reason he could do that is just because of the power of that true hydraulic dump. So you're getting true hydraulic force instead of electric over hydraulic, which is way more powerful. So it's a great feature. You can load that thing up with basically as much as you want in it, although there's a chance they won't warranty it if you put over what they allow you to put in there. So payload is about 1,560 pounds on this machine. Also, all these machines do come with a 2-inch receiver hitch. Not the hitch itself, but the hole to put it in. So that's also a nice thing too. If you have a truck hitch, you can just throw it in there and you're good to go. You can haul a trailer around or do whatever you want to do. Also, we put it in the front as well. We do actually make a bigger winch system sometimes if customers request it, where we put like a 5,000 pound winch. We mount it onto a drawbar, a hitch, and then we can mount it front and back. And so we'll put a cable in there, heavy duty cable, power cord, so you can operate it from front and back. So it's pretty handy because sometimes you can't always pull from the front. So just a little higher end option. That's something that we do at Edmonton Kubota. So again, I'm just gonna lift this one up. If you wanna take a look and see what's under here, this one's a little heavier to lift than the 850 because it's a heavier machine. So as you can see, big components here. You can see the engine right there, and this is the transmission assembly right there. Proven to last. They've been phenomenal. Early years we did have, again, a few little issues with swash plates, but now they've been virtually indestructible. So we'll sell usually about I don't know, anywhere from 40 to 50 of these machines a year just in the diesel market, and they're usually going to work sites or job sites, so for everyday use. So that's what they're kind of built or meant to do. Again, we brought this out here to see just how it performs in the trail atmosphere. We know it's not going to perform like the XG850 just because it is that heavy duty version. This one does only go 40K as well, so obviously a little bit slower, but you can get the same accessories for this machine too. The other nice thing, we have an 1100, so that's a cab version. It comes with factory cab with heat and AC. We don't have that out here today just because it's a little bit, it's the same platform, but it's just a little bit big to be going through the trees, and it's really not made for this either. But anyway, what I want to say about that is with this unit, you can actually now get a mid PTO or front PTO for it to run a snowblower or a sweeper. Plus you can get a hydraulic blade on the front, a V blade even. Like, you have more options with this machine. Again, it is a workhorse. So I'll just highlight a few things because it is very similar to the other machines we're talking about already today. It's got a 2-range transmission, tilt steering. One difference is that front seat, or the driver's seat, does go fore and back. It has a rear diff lock, 4-wheel drive of course as well. There is an option for a glove box. On the 850 it has a cover. I know it seems kind of silly, they don't come with it on the general purpose, they do on the work site. So also our LCD display, which I believe you saw. So really guys, that's about it. Well, actually I didn't talk about the suspension, but this one also has 4-wheel independent suspension, so it does give you a pretty nice ride. It is a heavy machine, so it's great for traction. If you're on snow and ice, you'll never have any problems. The XG850, I've used one at my house with the front blade on it, and it had phenomenal traction as well. These ones are even better though. And yeah, so we're gonna get into some driving here. We're gonna go on a little rip, get the guys to test them out, and then we'll get their opinions after we're done driving. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay everybody, so we're back. We've done our ride and drive with the RTV520, the RTV-900, and the RTV-XG850. So now we've got our drivers all together. I'm Cody, this is Ryan Rosnicki, one of our Kubota product specialists, and John Mayhew, another one of our Kubota's product specialists. So Roz, I guess we'll start with you. I guess what was your favorite unit, and tell us why?
Well, the 850 was really nice. It was really speedy and had a lot of oomph to it. The driver was a little off. I smashed my head and so on. So wear your seatbelts, put a helmet on. Yeah, still have concussion issues, but No, but the 520 was actually really, what's the right word for that? It performed actually quite well, especially with being the lower price point. It was quite a workhorse. I was able to still keep up with the other ones for the most part.
Awesome. And John, what was your favorite?
Definitely the 850. I like the speed, power, and just the room that you have in the cab when you're sitting with somebody else. The stance of the machine's nice and wide. And my brother-in-law that was in the drive with me, he got a chance to drive it, and he couldn't stop talking about how incredible the suspension was. Compared to other machines that he's tried out in the past, the suspension just blew his mind. Very impressive machine.
And what, I guess, Roz, what surprised you the most with the driving?
Probably the brakes, eh? It's probably the brakes that surprised you the most.
Yeah, definitely surprised.
Well, that one big hole was a
bit
big surprise.
Yeah.
But yes, about the product though, you know, what kind of surprised you?
Yeah, like there was a pretty good incline that we had to climb up, and the 520, like we climbed up no problem. Like, just powered right through it.
John, is there anything that surprised you when you were there?
I would say the power. The power definitely was surprising in all the units. They were all quite impressive. And really, like the 850, I loved. I thought, you know, if you want a toy, go and play around with, even maybe chase some cows, run out and check your cows. 850 is incredible. The rest of them, they were incredible, and I would definitely get one if I was looking for a work application. Of course, I'd be looking at the play aspect, so I would go with the sidekick.
And I kind of found the same thing. Like, I was really surprised at the 520, the improvements they made this year over the previous models. Night and day difference in my opinion, actually. And even just watching the videos and trying to edit it, I just, again, with the hills that we went up, quite surprised. And then the 850, I wasn't really that surprised. I was pretty sure I knew what it would do, and sure is a smooth riding machine. Just before we did have that little oops with Roz when we hit a hole and I braked a little too hard, and Roz wasn't wearing a seatbelt like he should have been. But we were actually commenting about just how smooth it handled those hills or those holes on the trail. It was actually quite impressive. So anyway, is there anything else you guys want to add? And
I can't really think of anything.
No? Well, thanks guys for helping us out do this video, and I think it worked out well. So, you know, like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. We're on TikTok too. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.
And come down and take a cruise.